Here's an expanded English version of your Capybara story, written in a calm, cinematic style suitable for sleep stories, YouTube narration, or long-form animal storytelling. It is between 1,000 and 1,300 words, with no section titles and no bullet symbols. In a world that never seems to stop moving, there exists a creature that has mastered the art of stillness. Deep within the wetlands of South America, where morning mist drifts gently above quiet waters and ancient trees cast long reflections across the marshes, lives a remarkable animal known as the capybara. To many, it appears simple. It does not possess the speed of a cheetah, the strength of a gorilla, or the majesty of a snow leopard. Yet somehow, this humble creature has become one of nature's greatest teachers. Tonight, let us leave behind the noise of modern life and step into a place where the water moves slowly and the air carries the scent of rain-soaked earth. Here, among reeds swaying in the breeze, we will follow the life of a capybara named AKA and discover why true strength is often found in the quietest souls. AKA was born beside a warm lagoon hidden within a vast wetland. From his first moments, the world around him felt peaceful. The gentle sound of water lapping against the shore became his lullaby. The songs of distant birds marked the passing of each day. Unlike many animals, AKA never felt the need to rush. While others competed for territory or searched endlessly for advantage, he spent long hours resting beneath the shade of broadleaf trees, observing the world with calm, thoughtful eyes. To him, every ripple on the water carried meaning. Every shift in the wind told a story. As a young capybara, he learned that survival was not always about fighting. Sometimes it was about adapting. Sometimes it was about patience. One summer afternoon, when the air was heavy with heat and insects hummed endlessly among the reeds, a jaguar emerged from the forest. The great predator moved silently through the shadows, its golden eyes fixed upon the marsh. Many animals scattered in fear. Birds burst from the trees. Small mammals vanished into burrows. Yet Akka remained where he was. He slowly opened one eye and watched the jaguar approach. There was no panic in him. No desperate attempt to flee. For a brief moment, predator and prey looked at one another. The jaguar seemed almost confused. It was accustomed to fear. It understood pursuit and escape. But this strange creature appeared entirely at peace. Eventually, the jaguar turned away and disappeared into the forest. AKA returned to resting beneath the afternoon sun. From that day forward, he understood something many creatures never learn. Fear often multiplies suffering long before danger arrives. By remaining calm, he preserved a part of himself that no predator could ever take. As the years passed, AKA became a familiar presence throughout the wetlands. Birds landed upon his back. Turtles rested beside him on muddy banks. Even creatures from different worlds seemed drawn to his quiet energy. He never sought leadership, yet others naturally gathered around him. Perhaps they sensed something rare. In a landscape governed by survival, AKA carried no desire to dominate. He simply existed exactly as he was. Then came the season of floods. Dark clouds gathered across the horizon for weeks. Rain fell without pause. Rivers swelled beyond their banks and spread across the lowlands. Familiar pathways vanished beneath rising water. For many animals, it was a terrifying time. Nests were destroyed. Burrows disappeared. Entire families became separated by powerful currents. AKA watched the chaos unfold around him. Though the water rose higher each day, he remained steady. One evening, he discovered a group of young animals stranded upon a shrinking patch of land. They trembled from exhaustion as floodwaters surrounded them. Without hesitation, AKA waded into the rising current and positioned himself beside them. His broad back became a floating refuge. One by one, the frightened youngsters climbed aboard. Slowly and carefully, he carried them toward safer ground. The journey took hours. The water was cold. The current fought against every step. Yet Akka never complained. He simply continued moving forward. In that moment, he realized that peace was not passive. True peace required courage. It demanded the strength to remain calm when everything around you was falling apart. The floodwaters eventually receded. Life returned to the wetlands. Fresh plants emerged from the mud, and the forests once again echoed with birdsong. But something within AKA had changed. He no longer viewed himself as merely another inhabitant of the marsh. He understood that every creature shared the same fragile home. The struggles of one life inevitably touched another. This awareness filled him not with sadness, but with compassion. As he grew older, his movements became slower. The youthful energy that once carried him effortlessly across the wetlands gradually faded. Yet with age came a deeper kind of wisdom. Instead of spending his days searching for the freshest grasses, AKA preferred to rest in shallow pools surrounded by reeds. He watched clouds drift overhead. He listened to frogs singing beneath the stars. The world seemed less urgent now. He had spent years observing nature's endless cycles and had learned that nothing remained forever. Storms passed. Floods subsided. Seasons changed. Even sorrow eventually softened with time. One misty morning, as dawn painted the water in shades of silver and gold, AKA made his way toward a secluded spring hidden deep within the marsh. It was a place he had discovered when he was young, a place where warm water flowed gently from beneath the earth. He had visited it countless times throughout his life. As he approached, memories seemed to rise from the fog. He remembered his family. The friends he had lost. The floods he had survived. The countless sunsets reflected across still water. Every moment felt connected, like ripples spreading outward from a single stone. AKA settled beside the spring and gazed across the marshland he had called home. There was no fear. No regret. Only gratitude. The wetland stretched endlessly before him, alive with movement and possibility. He understood that he had never truly belonged to himself alone. He belonged to the water. To the trees. To the creatures who had shared his journey. To the rhythm of the natural world itself. As the sun climbed higher into the sky, the mist slowly dissolved. The reeds swayed gently in the breeze. Dragonflies danced above the water's surface. Somewhere in the distance, a flock of birds took flight. And the marsh remained as peaceful as ever. Though AKA's life would eventually fade into memory, the lessons he embodied would remain. His calmness would linger in every quiet corner of the wetland. His patience would echo in every ripple upon the water. His kindness would survive in every life he had touched. Perhaps that is why people around the world feel such affection for capybaras. They remind us of something we often forget. Not every challenge requires a battle. Not every problem demands urgency. Sometimes the greatest wisdom lies in sitting quietly beside the water and allowing life to unfold as it must. As night settles over the marsh and the stars begin to reflect upon the still surface of the lagoon, imagine AKA resting peacefully beneath the moonlight. The storms are gone. The noise has faded. The world is quiet once more. And in that silence, there remains a simple truth. Peace is not something we find at the end of the journey. It is something we carry within us, even while the world changes around us. May that gentle wisdom stay with you tonight, like a soft ripple spreading across calm water, guiding you toward a deep, peaceful, and restful sleep.